When I went through the divorce, I stayed at a budget suites, so my son and I lived in it's a month-to-month place. We didn't have a home, so we lived there for a month. Being a mom, you don't want to tell your kids, what are we gonna do, where are we gonna go, where are we gonna live? So I kind of went from friend to friend.
That was definitely one of the lowest points of my life. I've had several of those.
But I remember standing in line at the grocery stores and I couldn't buy him that candy bar, and I would kind of turn and I would cry, or I'd put something back that I was like, well, we can wait on this, and I would get him the candy bar because we don't want our kids to see that side of us. But I remember telling myself I never wanted to live that way.
You don't know how you're gonna live. And when people say, you know, I couldn't even live paycheck to paycheck, or I live paycheck to paycheck, I was literally not even paycheck to paycheck. I would go through a few days where I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, I literally didn't know what we were gonna do. So for me, that was hard. So that was being one of the lowest points in my life, definitely hard. It was very embarrassing, and you feel like a failure. You feel like, what did I do wrong? What could I have changed? But in hindsight, you've realized it makes you who you are.
Everything was going wrong, and I just felt like we were stuck there. We came home from doing errands or something, and there was a letter on our tape to the front door, and it said, your house is going to be sold in 30 days on the courthouse steps. And so we took the letter down and sat in the room and cried, like, you know, hate your life for a little bit, and you want to go into like feeling depressed and sad and sorry for yourself. And the best thing that I could think of was to host an open house here and invite all the women again that I knew and clearance out the stuff that I had, right? I needed some money to save my house. I needed cash to take to them quick. And so I did. I held an open house, and I think 25, 30 women came again, and I sold all the stock that I had, and I took that money and saved my house, and which we're sitting in right now.
When we first moved down here, we lived in, of course, the apartment, and when we couldn't afford that apartment, we bought a trailer, and that trailer was, I want to say it was $3,500 that we did not have. There was no extra reserves. We didn't have money in savings. We didn't have anything. Our credit was really, really bad. So this is my old hood. You see that, Anastasia? This is where Mom used to live. Right there. I just remember feeling helpless. I remember feeling like I could, I couldn't make ends meet. There was no extras. There were no date nights. This was before children too. There was no way that I was gonna be able to afford my $750 student loan payments, let alone anything else. It wasn't where I wanted to raise children, and it's not where I wanted to be. So that's what it was. But as I said, this is also where my pure romance business started. Right on that porch is where my very first box was delivered. I figured if I hated it, I'd have a whole box of really awesome things to use, so why not give it a try? So this is where I used to load and unload my car every single day, bring all my stuff inside, outside, my little itty bitty Ford Escort, and this is where it all began.